A little bit about myself. I'm currently a director at WXYZ and WMYD here in Detroit that's owned by the EW Scripps company. I have won 5 regional Emmys for directing sports programming and special events shows. I am also a governor on the Board of Governors of the Michigan chapter of the National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences, and I'm a member of the Directors Guild of America. I grew up in the Detroit area. I went to Lincoln Park High School, which actually did not have any sort of TV or broadcasting program. I kind of was interested in it, and I managed to get a job while I was in high school broadcasting the school board meetings on the public cable access channel there. And then between my junior and senior year in high school, I attended a program that was put on by the state of Michigan, the Summer Institute for the Arts and Sciences, in a video production class that was 2 weeks long at Western Michigan University. I don't think they still do that program, but that was kind of my first taste and learn of how to do television production. After that, I graduated and went to Central Michigan University, where I got a Bachelor of Applied Arts with a major in broadcast and cinematic arts. I have minors in multimedia production design technology and also earth science, just kind of a little random there, but needed something to fill and it kind of piqued my interest. When I was in college, I spent a lot of time on the student run TV station there. They did a live newscast every day called News Central 34, which I pretty much did all the production jobs there, producing jobs and on-air jobs. And I also did spend time at WMHW FM, which is the college's student-run radio station. All of those are open to participation from students right as a freshman when you walk in the door. So I pretty much did all of that outside of my core classes. So that was on top of the regular load of classes that I did. I also then, as in my senior year of college, I managed to get a job at WNEM TV5, which is the CBS affiliate in Saginaw. I was a production technician there where I operated cameras, did Chiron, run audio, did studio work, changed lights, pretty much just about everything. And then I also had an internship here at WXYZ in Detroit the next summer. And I worked at TV5 my senior year in college while also going to school. And then after I graduated, there was a job open here where I'm at now at WXYZ as a floor director. And that's kind of how I got my start in here. And then currently I'll work backwards here. I'm a director here. I mostly do newscasts and other special event programming. I oversee all the production of a show, the liaison between all the departments of the station for production. I've directed nationally broadcast shows for Scripps, like the Scripps Howard Awards, the Classic Car Dream Cruise, which we call locally the Woodward Dream Cruise. And we've done regional television programming such as Lions Game Day Live, when we were the official broadcast partner of the Detroit Lions, Spotlight on the News, and multiple political debates. Through my regular responsibilities include also election production planning for everything that the station does regarding elections and voting that is not content driven, but all the production, how we get vote totals to websites, to your phones, and on the screen. And then I've been a camera operator, a floor director here, an editor, receive room technician. I've done commercial production doing audio years and years ago, and pretty much just about everything. Now, I've been here for almost 19 years now, and I've done just a little bit of everything. So in this industry, whenever there is what you would typically see as either bad weather or some reason that people may not go to work, you're going to be expected to work earlier, work longer, and work harder, because there's an audience out there dependent upon getting the information that you are providing them that could be life-saving or critical. So you really play an important role as keeping the community safe. And if you end up working at a broadcast TV or radio station, there are certain licensing requirements by the federal government that demand that you keep the audience safe, and there's certain benchmarks that your station has to hit in order to keep their license approved from the federal government.
How is it like handling like all the stress, like when you were first starting out?
You know, it's something that you have to learn how to deal with. And it's something that you get better with over time and doing things repetitively over and over and over again. At first, you know, you don't really know how to handle your stress and emotions in the heat of things, but as you get exposed to it repeatedly, you kind of personally figure out what your strengths and weaknesses are that you should always be sitting back and looking at. Whenever we're in a different type of show or doing something different, you know, there's always stress and anxiety that comes along with that, because there's a lot of pressure, especially in my position, to execute the show properly, since pretty much during the show, I'm responsible of overseeing everyone on the crew. So that can be stressful at times, but as you do it more and more, you figure out how to focus your work and your own anxieties that you have, you know, to continue to be successful. And if you're not nervous and if you're not anxious, you're a little overconfident, and you should check that. I always had an interest in it back in high school. I didn't really know for sure until I got into college. And then even after college, as I was getting into the business, which actually took me quite some time, um, I kind of always had my eye on what I'm doing now, but also looking at other career opportunities just in case, you know, because in this industry, um, a lot of your work is subjective to other people's opinion, particularly your bosses or the public if you're on air. And the decisions and choices that you make and how you execute a show, um, if your boss or something just doesn't like your style, you know, it's not uncommon for them to just say, you know what, this isn't working out, and you know, we're going to let you go. But so it's always good to have something in your back pocket, but it's also then important that you understand the needs of your producers and your bosses to execute on that vision, while also being able to show your creative side, and then they'll give you a little bit more freedom too as you build that trust. And then as I've kind of grown into my position, it just kind of solidified that I enjoyed what I'm doing and that this was the right career path for me. For example, if you know, if you don't like what you're doing, this is going to be a hard career path, because the hours are non-traditional. For example, today I got out of bed at 1:30 a.m. Some of you may have just been going to bed, and my day is actually done. I came in at 3 a.m., did the morning show, and my shift ends at 11 today. So, and then we have shifts that pretty much go 24 hours a day, with most of them being early in the morning or late in the evening.
What advice do you have for somebody who wants to get into a career like this?
To work hard and keep focused on what you want to do. And I guess this probably goes for any career. You're going to be doing all kinds of different jobs as you work your way up to whatever your goal is, or whatever position or position or field or that you want to have. But as you get there, you're going to be doing a lot of work that you probably don't care for. It's a position to get yourself in the door. And my advice is the position that you're in, work hard, do it well, and keep improving on this position, because people notice that. When your boss or your coworker or the next person that's looking to fill the job opening of the position that you want, if it's a reporter or a producer or an editor, they're going to see your work ethic of how you are performing at your current position, and you know, that's what they have to judge you on for how you're going to perform when they take a risk on you at your next job. So if you're sleeping on the job, if you look uninterested, you know, or if you're piped up and you're paying attention and you know, are in tune with what's going on and understanding how your role impacts those around you, you'll be more successful in getting to where you want to go.